guys are locked at the hip. Sometimes, well, I won't say. I was going to say maybe locked at the lip.
In the Marines. In fact, we both I tested for my 4th degree black belt. He tested for his 1st degree black belt in 1970 in Detroit. And that's where I met him, young teenage boy. And I talked to him, and he joined the Marines. And I said, when you get out, come to California, and he did. And he's been with me ever since. Howard's real good. He was the world kickboxing champion for a few years, and number 6 welterweight in the world.
He was going to fight Sugar Ray Leonard for the title.
Yeah, he had one more fight to fight Sugar Ray Leonard for the title. He got beat on a split decision in that boy's hometown.
Oh yeah.
So
it
was kind of a yeah.
I've never seen anybody kick like him. I mean, because I don't mean he's short.
Everybody always says that.
But when you watch some of his videos and stuff, I mean, his leg is way up there. Oh my goodness.
Even pushing 50, you're still doing it.
Are you older than me or younger? Oh, you're a little younger.
I'm a little older.
He's older.
I
think you guys are.
I'll be 49 in a couple of months.
Yeah, I got
well, I don't even want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 61 here soon, so I don't even want to hear about you guys.
June, so I got you beat.
Yeah, that's right.
March 1.
You're the baby boy.
Mine's March 10. Yeah. Is it really March 10th? Well, the only way we're going to combat this, Joe, is publicly and do it. You know, because that's the power I have, the press. And I can say, I said, you've got an unjust deal. And I said, I'm personally taking responsibility. Joe Gray, if anything happens to him, I said, the world will come to an end because I will definitely get it to go because I know every politician in Texas.
Let me say this before you make a statement. There's been militia out. They had made statements. It's been on the air. That anything happened to this family, his children,
I brought
they
these
won't put
hats.
a police officer in uniform. They won't put a judge. Anybody will be safe. When you make any statement like that.
I don't want to say I'm not making threats.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm
not going to make threats.
The militia did.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get yourself in that same
category. No, I'm not going to make threats that I'm going to, create violence because I won't create violence. But I will make it a public thing, national news that.
I just understood that, but I don't want you to put you in that same category.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to make any threats violent. I wouldn't do that anyway. But I will say that I'm going to use all the power I have, and I have a lot of power. Because I know everybody. I know George W. I can go right straight to George W. Bush. I'm campaigning for him, so I can go straight to him if I have to. And Rick Perry, Lieutenant Governor, is a very good friend of mine. And Jim Francis, the Commissioner on DPS, is a good friend. So, I can make sure that you get a fair shake. I can guarantee it to you, Joe, that you will get a fair shake here, that nothing is going to happen. And if you want me there, I'll be there.
Channel 56 out of Tyler, they put a good report on it. They know down there. That helped out a whole lot. And Alex show down here.
This is Walker. I know it doesn't look like Walker. This is Walker. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. You guys like almond joy? Ready? All right, you gotta take a bite. Is it good?
I know.
You get to take a bite. Okay, you get the rest of it. Not yummy? A little bit more. Who wants it? Me.
That's what it's all about.
Thanking them for letting us.
Yeah, you bet. But believe me, we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. We'll get this all remedied, and these attorneys will take care of the justice part of this. And
it is definitely fixable. I said that the first time I was here, and I'm so sincere.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to.
Can we land out here in the helicopter? Can we land out there?
I don't see why you couldn't right out here in the
Yeah, we
field.
can land right there in the field.
sure.
Because I'm going to have to get right back to work. I have to work tomorrow.
Thank you, Chuck,
Oh,
for
you
coming
bet.
out
Hey,
here.
you bet, Ed. You bet. We'll get this all resolved and taken care of. And let these folks get back to their lives. Absolutely. I mean, this has gone on way too long. We'll get it resolved.
Thanks for taking the time.
Well, thanks for contacting John, and John contacted me. Otherwise, it would have happened.
Okay.
Well, y'all don't have to be quiet for this. This this got audio.
Who's got the still camera? Got one picture left.
One picture left. Oh.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for the pie.
Thank you.
Hey, Date's coming out.
Look at the video, you can see what happened. He goes look at the video, and he comes back the next day, and he said, well, Joe, they said not to let you out. I said, well, who's they? He said, the FBI, Texas Rangers, DPS. I said, well, what reason, what charge? You've been seen at too many militia meetings. I said, since when it's against the law to go to militia meetings? I said, I advertise in the paper down here, we're having meetings. You know, want the public to come out and see what's going on. You're doing that secretly or anything like that, trying to create problems.
I think being in the public eye is the equalizer.
Yeah. Well, with Alex at first, that's what really helped out. Alex and this little Lakeside newspaper down here too, a guy named Jug and Mallory, that's what helped us out.
Worldwide.
They put a good, and Channel 56 out of Tyler put a good report on us too, and that helped out. Even though 2020 didn't give a good report on us, somebody had a survey on that and said 6% of the people said that we was right, and 35% of them said the officer was right, and 5% was undecided. So that was good. Comes a time we got to start standing up against this tyranny and all this stuff.
When you say you won't go into the court system, does that include that you would not agree to a jury trial on the one charge?
I'm getting out there.
I mean, I just want to make sure I have your interpretation.
Yeah, you got it right.
I think I can understand. I envision you saying, I'm not ready to plead guilty. I'm not ready to go just dive into some probation or some restrictive time period where they're just going to dominate my life.
Okay, if you understand the UCC code and after the Civil War, the 14th Amendment was passed, you know where I'm coming from.
I know exactly where you come from because
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
I represented a guy in a month-long jury trial in federal court in Dallas that got heavily involved in the UCC and the failure to properly for the state of Texas to properly be inducted into the union, and the fact that the United States is not on the gold standard anymore. But when I just want to make sure when we undertake to try to act on your behalf, that I know when you say I won't submit to the court system, is that a end all be all? I'll never.
Can you get a common law court? You know what I'm talking. You don't work in that system because you're entitled to the bar.
Right. You're right. You're exactly
go to
right
the court.
about that. No, you're right.
To me, I don't know if y'all Masons or what, but they control everything.
We're not. Everyone on the side.
And a 33-degree Mason, for him to be a 33-degree Mason, which is mainly your judges, they got to sacrifice a human life, at least one a year, to keep their status. And people think I'm crazy. Ed, he's got proof of this too. He can show you. Like that. When I first started the militia, a guy come to me. He said, I can show you these caves. I want y'all to rate them. Because they do have people down there cycling. I wouldn't believe him. I didn't believe him. But over the years, a reporter has told me these things and stuff. I got to believe it. It sounded too far-fetched, but I believe it now.
Well, what if we got to Dallas? Would you get, and make sure we get a judge, not a Mason, a judge that's totally unbiased. Because.
And I think you've got a different situation here, Joe, particularly with Chuck involved. The whole world would be watching what happened from this point.
And believe me, they're not going to be able to play any games. They cannot play games.
Well,
And part of it is you just hit the nail on the head when you said that we're licensed by the bar and that's the system we work in. But other than that system, without trying to do something there, and it may not. I mean, you may get to the point where you say, "That's not me. I don't want to do that." But that's the only system we have now. There are other systems out there, and there's other movements, and I understand that. But that's not gonna keep these people off your back right now.
see, I'm not fully out of the system. I still got my birth certificate. I still married.
Where were you born? Here?
I was born in Dallas, March the 2nd, 49.
But you know, the thing is, Joe, if we took it to court in Dallas, the publicity would be there, which would help your friend that's incarcerated right now. See, because now the media would be there, and now we could tell our story. We can't tell a story here because we're isolated. But if you did come to Dallas under their representation, we can get the story out. And believe me, they're going to be very reluctant because there's a lot of power here. Dennis has his own company. He's the head of his own company. There's a lot of power, especially in Dallas. Especially in Dallas, we have a lot of power in Dallas, and they're going to have to be walking on eggshells to make sure that they do exactly what is right. And that gives us a chance to open up this whole can of worms here of what's going on down in this county.
Yeah, but see, though, Chuck, what I have to do is submit myself to some authority. I'm making a stand not just for myself, but for the freedom of the people of this country.
Sure.
See, the UCC, a lot of people don't realize that we give our freedom away to them. That's when they come in. When you talk about the Constitution in court, the judge laughs at you. They don't understand why. 1933, Roosevelt, the New Deal.
Yeah.
That's when we started getting licensed, driver's license, fishing and hunting license. But they don't realize that's a communism deal that we came under. And you know yourself, attorneys wasn't allowed here until after the Civil War. They was considered the enemy of the people.
The misdemeanor charges that the daughters are facing, those are, I mean, we can handle those. That doesn't even concern me. But the felony charge that you're facing concerns me because that's what has these people coming out here trying to get on your land, trying to get to you, trying to get you out of here. And if you're open to a fundamental trial of 12 people deciding your fate, just the basic idea, then there's somewhere we can start talking about, because that's where the system I can work in meshes with something that may be acceptable to you. But if that's off limits, then we need to talk differently some way.
That's putting me back in the universal commercial code. And,
Well, the thing is, Joe, I think we need to make the system work for you, not against you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what these guys can do. I think they're.
but if it's something y'all think you can do, try it.
I know we can. I mean, you got some of the best attorneys in Texas right here, and then plus they're Christians, and that's why I called them. Well, if we talked, the judge said, "Look, this is a volatile situation, Judge. So why wouldn't it behoove you to let this trial go to Dallas?
It could certainly be a negotiation.
And so that way we can alleviate a potential problem here. And then, that would be in your best interest and be the best interest of everyone concerned."
Chuck, we had a strong argument there. I mean,
yeah.
we may not get there. What I think
we'll have Lieutenant Governor Perry give him a call,
and we'll have all the eyes.
And I'll have George W. give him a call.
Absolutely. We know people. We will work the system as hard as we can possibly work it to right this thing.
And I'll be right there with you, Joe. I guarantee you.
And see, that's an element that we don't get in every case.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we don't get in any cases someone that has a status that would attract attention and celebrity and bring the public view onto a situation like that. And it's not something that many people in your situation get the benefit of.
And I guarantee the FBI will back off too, because I already talked to Mark White this morning, who's the head of the FBI, and he said, if you're in this, he said, I'll back off. He said, I'll do whatever it takes to eliminate this problem.
We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Take care. Thanks, Chuck. See you, Chuck.
Okay, bye now.